The Groundhog News Network. We dig up the news so you don't have to. Groundhog News, for fair, accurate reporting of the events shaping our daily lives.
I just have some concerns over the contract. I have concerns not really just that the increase was made from 175 to 200 and 200 to 275, but I would like the board to be able to compare what the cost would be for a staff attorney, a full-time attorney, versus what our costs have been for a part-time attorney. Now, when I asked for some information on finance in regards to the last 2 years, this year we paid out $128,498 to Bradshaw and Mountjoy. Last year was $142,820. So we're paying a pretty large amount of money for part-time legal service. It's the service that we've asked for, and Mr. Bradshaw is very responsive to us. Like the board, I think it's time that we look at this. I mean, I've looked over the bills, and not that we need to get into a long discussion, but there are several areas that I think we need to look at this contract and put back under what's covered by the retainer. You know, there's a clause in here that we give Mr. Bradshaw the authority to employ associate or legal counsel without our approval. And I have a problem with that. If we're going to send someone to a national conference, the board should approve. Right now, the 4 conferences in the contract, as well as a state joint conference and the National School Board Conference, is 6 conferences. And I also have an issue with us paying the hourly rate for training. So when there's training at these conferences, we're paying the hourly rate. And I looked at the bills, and the bills are in the office for all of us to look at, but I just have a problem with paying $200 an hour to go to training. Now, if we were to put that under the retainer, that's covered as part of our $30,000 a year retainer, then that could be more acceptable to me. I would like us to discuss, and I would like to discuss some other things, and maybe if we continue with the contractual agreement with Mr. Bradshaw, that we look at some of the other definitions. There's some things in here, I don't know what matters deemed to be extraordinary to the superintendent are. Again, I've already talked about I have a problem paying an hourly rate to attend legal education conferences.